and welcome to another edition of Almost Martha. So I can't believe it, but it is a bright, beautiful, sunny fall day here in New York, and I'm thrilled to see it. And so I'm going to make us a nice little light lunch for such a beautiful day. I am going to recreate a wonderful salad that I had when I was in Paris. And I'm also going to share with you a few of the techniques I learned in my cooking class. But this salad was really nice, and it was so good, and it was beautiful when they set it down in front of me. I didn't think to take a picture before I ate it, so all I have is a picture of an empty plate. But it was really delicious, and we're going to go through what steps I think they took to make it. I know what the ingredients were. So we're going to have a nice, lovely, very French salad today for lunch. Step one for our beautiful French salad is to turn your oven on and put the broiler on, because you're going to broil some special bread for our salad. I got some really nice multi-grain avocado bread, and it's nice and thin. It's not a big hunk of bread. So we're going to prepare our special toasts, and we are going to butter the bread. This is my go-to butter for everything. This is Kerrygold. Comes in this little nice, really, spreadable tub. So this is really spreadable, good butter. Even in the stick form, it's more spreadable than normal butter. It's really nice and soft. I know this butter is a little more expensive than normal butter, but you can buy it at Costco. So really not that bad. Okay, so now I have buttered my bread, and now I'm going to slice some goat cheese to put right in the center. So they had sort of a little mound of goat cheese, like a little button, right in the center of the toast. Very simple. Very, very simple. Right in the center. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to take my toasts. I'm going to put them on a little tray. I'm going to put them in the oven. Just be careful not to over toast them. So I think I'll leave them here for a second while I prepare portion two. So Chef Elise, who I took the wonderful cooking class with, said most people do not use the right size bowl when they're making a salad. They get a bowl that's far too small. You really have to leave room so you can toss the salad, right? So grab a bowl that's slightly bigger than you think you might need, and you should be good. So I'm making a salad for two of us. So I've got lots of greens in here, but I also have lots of room to toss. So get a bigger bowl than you think. She also took us through making your own salad dressing. And she really sort of got on to all of us about, you really need to make your own salad dressing. She goes, it's really silly to buy salad dressing. It's full of all these additives and stuff that you don't need. So she showed me a little technique. I'm not measuring this because you could be making a salad for one, or you could be making a salad for 10 people. So you just have to watch your measurements. And if you're using, this is a really nice balsamic vinegar. And I do it almost half and half of vinegar and olive oil. I'm not going to put all my olive oil in. I'm just going to put a little bit at the beginning. I'm also going to add a little thyme. Nice little spice. I'm going to add some pepper. And I'm going to add some of my lovely pink Himalayan salt, which is so good. Okay. Now whisk. Whenever I made salad dressings before, I would just throw everything together, and then I'd take a fork and I'd just, whisk it a couple of times. No. This has to be whisked a good deal. And you can add the olive oil in little bit by little bit. What this does is adds air to the dressing, which also helps thicken it, right? So you're thickening it without additives, without, anything that's a real thickening agent. So it's just olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and whatever spices that you want to use. And you just whisk and whisk and whisk. And it doesn't take that long, and you can actually begin to see it thickening up, right? Which is wonderful. So you want to, if you're doing it like I am, or just sort of by eye, you can also just stick your finger in there, taste it, make sure you've got the right ratio. You want it to have a little bit of a bite thanks to the vinegar, but not overwhelming. If the vinegar is overwhelming, then you need to add more olive oil. If you don't really taste the vinegar, then add more vinegar, right? You got it. So nice, really mixed and thick. So I'm going to whisk it again before we put it on the salad. Now I think I'm safe to put my little goat cheese buttons under the broiler. So I have my salad dressing. I'm just going to keep whisking it occasionally. I'm going to re-whisk it right before I put it on the salad. But now we're going to work on a few other ingredients. So another great thing that they added it in all kinds of surprising ways was hazelnuts. Oh, I love hazelnuts. And they put hazelnuts in the salad, and it was so delicious. I mean, normally, what do you always see in salads? You see pecans, you see walnuts. Sometimes you see pistachios, which are also really good. But the hazelnuts was a really nice surprise. They have a really great flavor. And I'm not putting this in a chopper because then my hazelnuts are going to be too finely ground. So this is something you just got to chop. Try at least to get some of them halved, but don't get it too finely done. Now these are roasted hazelnuts. If you buy hazelnuts in the store that aren't already prepared, they've got that brown skin on them, right? So you just roast them in the oven until they get that nice sort of toasty kind of smell. You bring them out, let them cool, and then those skins will just rub right off. You don't want any skin. That skin is a little bitter. So you want roasted hazelnuts. We'll see. I may not use all of these in a salad, but believe me, I'll use them for something. I throw them in my yogurt. I just think it's such a beautiful, and shall I say, elegant nut. Okay, beautiful. Because you want them, you do want them, enough chopped that you're not getting a whole nut, but you don't want them so chopped that all you've got is, hazelnut powder. So while I have a tiny bit of that, that's okay. These are our chopped hazelnuts. They also had pomegranate seeds in the salad, which really added a beautiful color. You can get them in most produce sections. We have our pomegranate seeds, and of course we have some olives. I didn't find the exact olives that I wanted to find, but I did find some nice Kalamata olives. So I'm just gonna chop those up real quick, or slice them up actually. So these are pitted, but sometimes you can get the nice French olives that still has the pit in them. Pitting them kind of destroys what they look like. So you could just sort of dot those around the salad, but make sure that you warn everybody that those olives have pits in them, or you'll be faced with a dental bill. Okay. I do believe that my toasts are almost done. So we can start sort of putting our ingredients in the salad. We've got some olives. We've got our beautiful hazelnuts. We also have our pomegranate seeds. I might sprinkle some pomegranate seeds on the top of the salad as well, just to give it that nice color. Okay, so I'm going to taste this. It tastes good, but a little vinegary, so hold on. Just a tiny bit more. Everybody's palate is different. You can decide what works for you. There's also so many kinds of vinegars out there, as well as olive oils. She also taught me to make a couple of oils. We have made the famous green oil on other episodes, which is like a basil oil. And we may finish this salad with that. Okay. We'll toss this. You'll also notice salad loses a little volume, right? Once you start adding the oil and vinegar. Okay, and you can always just grab a piece of lettuce. Oh, that's very nice. To make sure you got the right ratio of dressing to salad, right? You don't want it drowning. And you also don't want it to be begging for it. I'm just gonna put some salad in a bowl. So lovely. Oh yeah, very, very lovely. Okay, I gotta go check my toast. I pulled the toast out of the oven, and you'll see I've got just a little bit of browning on the top of the goat cheese. This goat cheese is not going to melt, right? But you can get a little bit of browning on it. But we don't want it to be so plain at the top, right? So I'm just gonna sprinkle a tiny bit of thyme on top of that goat cheese, just to give it a little more of a finished look, right? And now that goat cheese doesn't look quite as naked, so kind of helped give it that little bit of time, right? Okay, move over here. So here's one of my lovely salads. You can see the pomegranate seeds, you can see the hazelnuts in there. And all we're gonna do is take our toasts, and we're gonna put one on either side of the plate. And there you have it. I think I'll sprinkle just a few little more pomegranates on the top, just for a tiny bit of color. And here we have our lovely French salad with some homemade dressing, with hazelnuts and pomegranate seeds and olives, little goat cheese boutonnieres. And when you eat it, you can take your piece of toast and then you can smear that goat cheese around. Oh yeah, it's really good. I hope you enjoy it. Hi, Mom. Hope you're having a good day and you're enjoying your lunch today. I'll be thinking about you. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you need information or recipes about anything that you've seen here, you can go to almost-martha.com for much more information. All the other recipes that we've done is there. We're going to take you step by step through a lot of things, and we're also going to share some tips with you that I learned from Chef Elise in Paris. So thanks a bunch. We'll see you next time.